from the littler twins, Chris and Jenny. It was nice to see you. You tell me it's the 17th visit. 17 years they've been coming in.
Time flies, yes.
I've got grey. Now it's time for sport, and for the professionals of the football world in particular, Christmas is anything but rest and leisure. Listen to Roger.
Yes, 2 matches in 3 days for our Barclays League clubs, with training on Christmas Day. And don't be late getting up on Boxing Day if you're going to the City Swindon derby. Rovers with the first part of a lot of holiday travelling, Bath City and Yeovil in their GM Conference derby. But it's City against Swindon that will attract the biggest West Country crowd of the programme. Mickey Hazard will be looking to lift Swindon out of a spell of drawn games, just as his goal did last time. Swindon's good football was to impress a crowd of over 16,000, and as Steve White went on to help make and then score their second goal, it was for City, as now, a losing run setting in. Well, this Boxing Day, City looked to end a run of 5 defeats, and Swindon became so much in charge last January, it seemed that some City players were losing heart as Duncan Shearer and then White added further goals. Whatever the result this time, City's public will want all of their team to perform with a greater degree of overt passion than during this heaviest home defeat of last season. That's the big one for Boxing Day, then. So Fitzroy Simpson not in Swindon's team that day, but he will be on Boxing Day, and tonight the subject of big-time transfer speculation. Manchester City have approached Swindon about the Trowbridge-born 21-year-old midfield player. Remains to be seen if the First Division club will follow through with a big offer and whether Swindon would sell, especially with their player manager Glenn Hoddle, another of their creative players, not yet available after a long injury spell. Well, the second wave of holiday action there finds the City at home again, Swindon on the road, but look at all the Rovers travelling. Portsmouth followed by Newcastle. Yeovil play again, but Bath City don't. Well, in rugby, the holiday programme designed as friendly fixtures, short journeys where possible, and some of the stars taking a rest. Bath, in fact, give all of their team a rest. No Boxing Day fixture at all. Bath do join in on Saturday as the West's big three take to the road. Well, it's racing at Wincanton on Boxing Day, whilst that day will the West's inspired trainer Martin Pipe of Wellington saddle up Peter Scudamore to victory on Sabin de Loire in the King George VI Stakes at Kempton. Well, if Martin does, he'll break a lot of hearts nationwide, wanting Desert Orchid to win yet again. Well, we'll see. That's the sport, Richard.
Happy Christmas, Rog. Well, the thing we all want to know from this young lady is whether or not we're going to see whiteness outside the window tomorrow morning.
That's just my question. You know, earlier on today, I went to the Bristol Weather Centre to get the Christmas information firsthand from weatherman Patrick Rule. Well, this is a typical Christmas scene. Pat, any chance of a scene like this tomorrow?
I'm afraid not, Sherry, no. I think it's going to be yet another mild Christmas.
When was the last time it did snow at Christmas time?
Would you believe it actually snowed on Christmas Day in 1970, and that was the last time it actually snowed on Christmas Day in Bristol.
Gosh, I wish I could remember it. I think I was a baby in arms.
That's right, yes. Well, we did have snow lying more recently in 1981, but as I said, 1970 was the last time it actually snowed on Christmas Day.
Right.
So I'm afraid that's far from typical, that picture.
Well, I'll just keep looking at this then to remind me. Well, I know lots of people are thinking about the winds that we had yesterday. Any repeat of that coming up?
No, and indeed last Christmas morning we had a very stormy spell which brought power lines down and ruined most people's Christmas dinners. But nothing like that this year. A nice quiet start to Christmas. Indeed, tonight I think it'll be quite frosty, quite a nice start to Christmas morning, nice bright frosty morning. A nice bright start with some sunshine for most of us, but becoming rather more cloudy as it did today, but staying dry right through Christmas Day, I think, with temperatures getting up to around about 8 or 9 Celsius. Again, that's very similar to today.
Right. And Boxing Day?
Just a few spots around, not to spoil the holiday too much, but at least not quite as nice as tomorrow.
Well, that's not bad. So Christmas Day will be dry and bright with a bit of frost in the morning. No chance of any snow tomorrow, but at least it will be dry. And now for the tide times, tonight on the left and Christmas morning, they're on the right.
Sherry, thanks. So now we know. And what a special day today is for Elsie and Fred Nanskivell. You live across the water over at Caldecott. We're told you've been married for 70 years and you still look after yourselves. Our congratulations. Also celebrating Mary and Arthur Tucker of Yeovil and Hetty and Richard Jacobson of Bristol. We'll give you another view of the weather and our thanks to a young lady from Gloucestershire. That's Lena Wells. She's 11 and she's a pupil of Powell's Junior School at Cirencester. The outlook is dry and bright, no sign of snow. Now the closing headlines, starting as usual here in the West.
Thanks, Bruce. First of all, traders throughout the West Country are hoping New Year sales will rescue them after the worst Christmas of the tills for years. A 5-year-old Bridgewater girl crippled from birth has walked for the first time thanks to community fundraising and experts in Hungary. The Bishop of Bristol says he's bringing politics into his seasonal message by highlighting the problems of both the homeless and travellers. And from ITN, Mikhail Gorbachev will officially resign as president of the Soviet Union on Christmas Day. Well, that's according to a spokesman from the Kremlin. The Northern Ireland Secretary has called on everyone in the province to work for peace while pledging that the terrorists will not win. And 4 of Yugoslavia's 6 republics have formally applied for recognition by the European community. Some of the stories making headlines here in the West on Christmas Eve. Our thanks to Sherry. Thank you, Bruce.
Well, can we say once again, many, many thanks for all your Christmas cards. We've been bombarded with them this year, and we do appreciate all your kind messages, particularly about the licence. I've got a few here, actually, that have an extra message on them. They've been written by those hard-working folk at the post office, like, "Hello, Brucey, Merry Christmas from the post office. Hello from us at the post office. Love your news. Flattery will get you everywhere. As usual, you've done a marvellous job."
They do every year, don't they? Well, we thought the least we could do in return was to ask our cameramen and reporters to send this Christmas card to you.
And from all of us here on HTV News, a very happy Christmas.
A very Merry Christmas to everybody in Gloucestershire and to all the HTV viewers.
And to everyone in Wiltshire, have a great holiday and a terrific New Year.
And from Taunton, we wish you a very Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year.
Happy Christmas.
And whatever you're doing this sporting Christmas, I do hope you get a kick out of it.
Yeah, whatever you do, have a ball this Christmas.
And if you're out and about, do drive carefully, have a happy time and a healthy New Year.
And from all of us in the HTV family, the very best to you and to your families over the Christmas holidays.
If you notice, we're suddenly surrounded. I hope I don't owe them money. Yes, and extra special good wishes to those of you who won't be surrounded, those spending their holiday on their own. We do hope you have a happy and a peaceful time.
And wherever you are, wherever you'll be, have a fine Christmas.
Well, really, that's about it from all of us. You've seen most of them. They've joined us in the studio. They're all happy, but they haven't had anything at all to drink. We wish you the very best. We're going to take a couple of days off, but HTV News will be back, as usual, on Friday. We hope that you'll be joining us, and what better way to leave you than with a Christmas carol, the children of St Joseph's School at Bridgewater, and their version of Silent Night. From all of us, Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas, Happy New Year.